Prava. Welcome back to another session with me. In today's session, we will be discussing about a topic which is basically related to preventive care, and that is immunization. So first, let us see what is the definition of immunization. So immunization is defined as the procedure by which the body is prepared to fight against a specific disease. So basically, through immunization, we prepare the body to, fight with specific diseases. So it is a preventive care, we can say. Now, there are two types of immunization. That is active immunization and passive immunization. So, first, let us understand what we mean by active immunization and passive immunization. So, active immunization or active immunity is acquired by activating the immune system of the body. So, here basically we introduce something to activate the immune system of the body, and that is how this active immunization is produced. So, in this, basically, we expose the body to antigens, and when the body gets exposed to the antigens, the body starts to, develop resistance against that particular disease by producing antibodies. So, that is what is active immunization, or we can say active immunity. And we can acquire this immunity naturally or artificially. I think that you will be aware of. So next, let us see what is passive immunization. So passive immunization or passive immunity is something where we don't challenge the immune system of our body. So basically here we we introduce the gamma globulins from a person who is already affected with the disease and who is already immunized. From that person we introduce it to a person who is non-immunized or who is not affected by the disease, and this is also acquired naturally or artificially. So basically this passive immunization is useful in immediate care, or we can say immediate protection against certain diseases like tetanus and measles, etc. So this is what we mean by active immunization and passive immunization. Now, when we are talking about immunization, we also get a term which is, related to this. That is vaccine, right? So, what we mean by vaccine? So, vaccine is a substance that is introduced to the body to fight with certain pathogens. So, vaccine is a substance that is, introduced to the body to prevent the disease produced by certain pathogens. It can consist of live pathogens or killed pathogens. It can consist of live attenuated pathogens or killed pathogens. So basically, the vaccine induces immunity against the pathogen by producing antibodies, or else they activate the T lymphocytes. So that is how induce immunity into the body. So now we know what we mean by immunization, active immunization, passive immunization, and also the meaning of vaccine, right? So the next thing is we should know that what are the types of vaccine. So here we have two types of vaccines, that is live attenuated vaccines, or we see the second one is killed or inactivated vaccines. So basically this live attenuated vaccine is something where the pathogen is live, it is not dead, but it has been weakened artificially. Although it will be able to multiply itself inside the body, and it would be able to and it would remain antigenic enough to induce a strong immune response. So that is what is live attenuated vaccine. Here the pathogens will be live, but it will be attenuated, it will be weakened artificially. And then we have killed or inactivated vaccines where the pathogens are killed by chemical treatment or heat. So to produce this type of vaccine, basically bacteria or viruses are killed or inactivated by certain treatment. Now, why is it so important? What is the importance of immunization? So the first thing is that it is a key strategy to child survival. Now, if we see the child mortality and morbidity rates, we would understand that there are several causes for child mortality and morbidity, but most of the causes are preventable. So if we immunize, if you provide immunization to the children, we can prevent several diseases, and that is how we can bring down the numbers of mortality and morbidity cases. And then next, we can protect the infants from diseases such as tuberculosis, mumps, rubella. These such as tuberculosis, mumps, rubella, hepatitis B. These can be prevented, or the children can be protected from these diseases through active immunization. And this is also an indicator of a strong healthcare system. So, as we have already discussed in the current trends of pediatric nursing, that in the current trends, it does not only focus on the curative aspect, but also it focuses on the preventive aspect, and prevention is very important. This When there is immunization program in the healthcare system, it indicates that there is a strong healthcare system. So this is why immunization is very important. Now, let us move to the national immunization schedule. So, we have the national immunization. So, now, next, let us move to the national immunization schedule. And now we have the schedule, which where we have the vaccines, we when to give and what route to be followed, how much, what is the dose, what is the required dose. All these things are given. So let us have a look on the immunization schedule. So we would start from birth. Now let us see at birth what are the vaccines that we give. So at birth we give BCG, and for giving this vaccine we use the route which is intradermal, and the dose will be 0.1 ml. So BCG is administered to prevent tuberculosis, and then we give OPV, that is oral polio vaccine, and the route is oral. And then we give OPV, that is oral polio vaccine. The route is oral, and the required dose is 2 drops. Also, along with these things, we give hepatitis B, that is 0 dose of hepatitis B, or we can say birth dose. We give it intramuscularly, and the dose will be 0.5 ml. So these are the 3 vaccines which are given at birth. And then moving to 6 weeks. So at 6 weeks, what all vaccines we give? Now here, we need to give BCG if it is not given at birth. And then we give pentavalent 1. So pentavalent 1 will be given through intramuscular route, and the dosage is 0.5 ml. Now, as the name says, pentavalent vaccine, you can understand that it is a combination vaccine where it protects the child from 5 life-threatening diseases. So, what are those 5 diseases? So, pentavalent vaccine includes diphtheria and Haemophilus influenza type B. So these are the 5 diseases which are which is prevented through pentavalent vaccine. So at 6 weeks we will give pentavalent 1, and then again we are going to give OPV 1. So at birth we have given already OPV, oral polio vaccine, that was the 0 dose or birth dose we can say. And at 6 weeks again we are going to give OPV, that is the first dose. And the route will be same, that is oral route, and the required dose is 2 drops. And then along with this we are going to give rotavirus. So this is all what we are going to give at 6 weeks. Now moving to 10 weeks. So at 10 weeks, what all vaccines we are going to give? Now, the first thing we will give is pentavalent 2. So, at 6 weeks, we have given pentavalent 1, and then again at 10 weeks, we are going to give the second dose of pentavalent, that is pentavalent 2. So, the route will be same, that is intramuscular, and the dose will also be same, that is 0.5 ml. And then we are going to give OPV second dose. So route and required dose we already know, that is orally we are going to give this, and the required dose will be 2 drops. And along with that, again we are going to give rotavirus. So again, the route and the dose is same, that is oral and 5 drops. So these are the 3 vaccines that we are going to give at 10 weeks. Now let us move to 14 weeks. So at 14 weeks, we will give the third dose of pentavalent with and we will use the same route and same dosage. After that, we are going to give OPV third dose through the same route and same dosage. And then we are going to give rotavirus. So for this also, the route and the dosage will be same. Now next, let us move to 9 months. So at 9 months, we are going to give a combined vaccine. So this vaccine is MMR, which is in which mumps, measles, and rubella. So these 3 things are included in this, and this is basically given to children to prevent them from particularly from these 3 diseases. Now for MMR, we are going to use subcutaneous route, and the dosage will be 0.5 ml. Along with MMR, we are also going to give vitamin A at 9 months. The route is oral and the dosage will be 1 lakh IU. So these are the 2 things that we are going to give at 9 months. Next, we are going to give at 16 to 24 months. And basically here we are going to give DPT booster 1. So the first dose of DPT booster will be given at this period of time. And the route will be IM, that is intramuscular. And the dosage is 0.5 ml. With this, we are also going to give OPV booster. The route and the dosage is same. And along with that, we are going to give the second dose of MMR. So for MMR, as we saw at the previous dose, that the route will be subcutaneous and the dosage is 0.5 ml. So that will be same in this case also. And then along with these things, we are going to give vitamin A. So here at 16 to 24 months, vitamin A will be given to the child, and then we will give 1 dose every 6 months up to the age of 5 years. So that is how we will administer vitamin A. Now coming to 5 to 6 years of age. So at 5 to 6 years of age, we will be giving second dose of DPT booster. The dose will be 0.5 ml and route will be same as intramuscular. After this, at 10 years of age, we basically give a TT, and the dose is 0.5 ml and the route will be IM. And after this, at the age of 16 years, again they're going to receive 1 TT, and the dose and the route will be same for that. So these are the vaccines that we give to children. Now we have certain vaccines in our immunization schedule for pregnant women. So in early pregnancy, we are going to give TT1, and for all these, the route will be intramuscular and the dose will be 0.5 ml. So first, in early pregnancy, we are going to give the first dose of TT, that is TT1. And once they receive TT1, starting from that time, 4 weeks after the TT1, we are going to give TT2. And then there is a TT booster, but with one condition. So if the pregnant mother has received 2 doses of TT in her pregnancy during within last 3 years, so in that case we are going to give a TT booster also. So this is what is the national immunization schedule. Based on this, we actually provide the immunization, and this prevent many major diseases. Now we talked about the vaccines. We talked about at what age we should give these vaccines, and what will be the dosage, and what will be the route. But there is one question that how to store these vaccines. Do you think that if you store it in normal temperature, it's going to be Well, so we talked about vaccines. So we talked about, at what age we should give these vaccines. What will be the dosage? What will be the route and everything, right? But the question is how to store these vaccines. Now, do you think that if you store the vaccines, if you keep the vaccines, under normal temperature, would it be effective? So that is why we have something called as. So that is why we have something called as cold chain. So next we are going to discuss about cold chain. Now, what we mean by this cold chain? So, the cold chain is the system of transporting and storing vaccines at recommended temperature from the point of manufacture to the point of use. So, while transporting the vaccine from the point of manufacture to the point of use, it is very important to, to make sure that the temperature is proper, or else the effectiveness of the vaccine would be reduced, or we can say that it won't be effective. So that is why there is we have a system for transporting and storing the vaccines. That is what is known as cold chain. But why is it important to have a system? Why is it important to have a cold chain and to maintain the cold chain, to maintain the efficiency of the vaccine? So first we have to understand that vaccines are biological products, and biological products can it can change with the temperature. So that's one reason. And then it can lose potency, and also the process are irreversible if the storage conditions are not proper. So that is why it is important to have this system. The next thing is that you might think that why is it so important to follow the cold chain process. So as we have the programs, or the policies through which we are trying to prevent certain diseases, and when we maintain this cold chain, we get an assurance of the product, and also about the programs, that these programs will be effective. So as a healthcare worker, you will be confident that your vaccines will be effective. And also the most important thing is that gaining people's trust, right? If we can gain public's confidence in immunization program, if we follow the proper cold chain process, then definitely vaccines are going to be effective, and people would start realizing that how it can help them. So that is why it is important to follow the cold chain process. So basically, through this process, there is a thing that. So basically, within this cold chain process, there is a thing that the vaccines should be stored at the temperature of 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. And if any vaccines that has not been stored in that temperature, then it will no longer be a licensed product. So that is how they maintain the efficiency of the vaccine. Now the next thing is, what are the equipments in cold chain? So basically we have three equipments. The first one is walk-in cold rooms, and this is at regional level, and this contains storage up to 3 months. Next, we have deep freezers. This we can see at district and PHC levels, and this basically mostly it can be seen in PHC, and this is used only for the preparation of ice baths. Then we have ice-lined refrigerators. So this can be seen both at district and PHC level, and this is basically it's a top opening equipment, so it can hold the cold air better than any other equipment. So these are the cold chain equipment. Now, how to store the vaccine? So first thing, you have to use a dedicated vaccine fridge. So where where there will be no food samples, no drinks. It is only dedicated for the vaccines, and it should not be more than 50% full. And make sure when you are placing the vaccines in the fridge, you should have clearly labeled plastics on the on the container. And then you can group the vaccines by type, like for infants, for adolescents, and for adults, like that. Also, you should ensure that backup facilities are available, and you need to defrost the fridge. So this is how we will store the vaccine. Now coming to its transportation part. So how we are going to transport the equipment, or how we are going to transport the vaccine. So we know that there are several programs. For example, polio eradication program, right? So for that we do pulse polio program, and you know that the health worker, they take a carrier, and with that they go to every door, and they give the vaccine to the children. So in that case, there is a need of transportation, right? And also we have to make sure that the temperature is maintained. So here we are going to see what are the equipments we have for transportation. So basically we have three types of carriers. So the first thing is cold boxes, second one is vaccine carriers, and the third one is day carriers. So what are these cold boxes? Now these are used to carry small quantity of vaccines, maybe 16 to 20 vials, and these are used for out of reach sessions. So basically there will be four ice packs used for cold boxes, and we use this to carry small quantity of vaccines. Next is vaccine carriers. So this is also used for transportation of vaccines. Here there will be fully frozen ice packs at the bottom and at the side of the container. So if you are taking DPT or TT vaccines, these vaccines should not be in direct contact with the ice packs. And then we have day carriers, which are used to carry very small quantity of vaccine, that is only to 6 to 8 vials. And this is for nearby sessions. So when it is when we want to transport the vaccines, and this is used for a nearby station. So when the distance is not much from from the point from where we want to transport the vaccine, we use day carriers, and this can be used only for 2 hours, and there will be two ice packs which are used for day carriers. Well, so this is how we transport the vaccines, or transport the equipment, we can say. The next thing is vaccine vial monitor. So vaccine vial monitor is a label, as you can see in the picture, that there is a circle, right? It's a label. It's that there is a circle, right? So basically, it's a label which contain heat sensitive material, so that it can register the heat exposure over time. So this is not something which gives complete idea about the efficiency of the vaccine, but definitely it gives some sort of understanding about the potency of the vaccine. So this is what is vaccine vial monitor. Well, so that was all about national immunization schedule and cold chain. I hope you have understood the topic. Thank you.